Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a very quick reading to see what your person is currently thinking of you. With that said, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. And with that said, for pile 1, we have green aventurine. For pile 2, we have sodalite, and for pile 3, we have amethyst. Hello there, my pile 1s, my green aventurine pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking about you. Okay, let's get a few cards out here, my pile 1s, to see what they are currently thinking and feeling about you and about the connection that you share with them. We start out with strength. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Six of Wands. So I really like this little spread that we have here. I don't really have much room on this table that I am using here today. But with this 3-card spread, I would say that things are going very positively within your connection and your person's feeling very positively about it. We start out with the Strength card. The Strength card, to me, it's going to bring up inner strength, confidence, and emotional vulnerability. The Six of Cups is going to bring up generosity, sharing with one another, being there for one another, considering one another very close friends, having that foundation of a friendship perhaps for some of us, and just in general really feeling like this connection has become like there's a lot of open and honest communication within this connection. And then we have the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands to me can be a card of positive movement forward, a card of strengthening the stability and the security of a connection, or forming perhaps for some of us the stability and security of the connection. I feel like there's a lot of attraction when it comes to this connection. There's a lot of attraction and there's a ton of chemistry between the both of you. And I love it because it just really gives off the vibe that this is a connection where you are both getting, and your person feels extremely fulfilled by this connection. But I feel like these 3 cards give off the vibe that you and your person are basically feeling like you're getting everything that you would want and need from a relationship, from the relationship that the both of you have. So there's that capability of being emotionally intimate with your partner. There's definitely the possibility of being physically intimate with one another. There's a lot of, like, let's say, emotional attraction toward the other person. Like, this person feels like they can come to you, they can talk to you about anything. This person feels like they can, share everything and anything with you. This person sees that there's a future between the both of you. There's a very high amount of compatibility that the both of you share. You give this person strength and confidence. You give this person, I feel like too, another thing that you two do for one another, especially because you all seem to be so close and you both seem to be so open with one another, it really almost seems like I keep hearing the word or the words pep talk. Like you both really hype one another up. You're their biggest cheerleader, they're your biggest cheerleader. And the two of you are just so supportive and uplifting to or toward one another. It's really a beautiful thing to see. I feel like the both of you also, that's another thing too. Not only are you guys hyping one another up, but you're there for whenever the other person wins, per se. You're there to celebrate victories, big and small, for and with one another. I feel like the two of you, regardless of what you've got going on in your life and what they've got going on in their life, the both of you are just so excited for the other person when there's some type of success that either one of you reaches. And I just feel like that's something that maybe, especially when it comes to your person's perhaps never had that before. They've never had someone that's there for them, or that's celebrating with them, or celebrating for them. And I feel like that could be something that's very important to your person. something that I want to go back to is me saying that how fulfilling this relationship is for the both of you, and how both of you are feeling like you're getting everything that you want and need. And I feel like that's because there's a lot of compatibility. There's chemistry, there's, sexual attraction, there's physical and emotional intimacy, there's similar senses of humor, there's similar styles of communication, perhaps even like, I want to say attachment. Like there's like a very healthy attachment that the both of you have toward one another. So you might have similar styles in that regard, if that even makes sense. Whatever the case might be, it just feels like to me the two of you are very much so on the same page about a lot of things. The two of you have, like similar values or similar goals. The two of you are there for one another. The two of you allow for the other to feel seen and to feel heard. Just all in all, this is such a lovely connection, and this was such a lovely little spread to be able to do. So I really, really hope that this makes sense. Your person seems to be very into you. They seem to be very into you. They seem to enjoy your company. They seem to enjoy you. They seem to really be, for newer connections, they're, perhaps really beginning to fall for you. For existing or established connections, they seem to have already fallen. So I do hope that this makes sense, and I hope that it resonates with those of us who it was meant to reach. Thank you so, so much, my pile ones, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello there, my pile twos, my sodalite pile. Let's take a look at what your person, oops, almost dropped half the deck. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking and feeling about you, my pile twos. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the World. So I find this to be an interesting start. When it comes to the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands can be a card that is indicative of someone being guarded or someone being defensive. Another thing that I get from the Seven of Wands is like being on two sides of something, or being torn in like opposite directions. So right after this, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of stability and security. It's a card of building the foundation of something. It can be a card of celebration. It can be a card of house and home. And then we've got the World. And the World to me is a card which can indicate cycles. The World to me is a card which can indicate fulfillment, success, and achievement. And I feel like what's taking place here is your person's perhaps feeling torn between, let's say, I'll put it like this. It's like your person's feeling torn between establishing and stabilizing this connection, and establishing and stabilizing their own security and stability within their own life. So for new or fresh connections, we might at times find that we have compatibility with this person, that there's chemistry, that there's attraction, that we make one another happy, that we enjoy spending time with one another, enjoy getting to know one another. But at certain points in time, we might feel like this connection is not moving forward in the way that we want it to. So for, like, let's say if this is somebody that we're dating, we might be finding that this person isn't exactly becoming exclusive with us yet. If this is somebody that we have this sort of inexplicable, chemistry-filled, attraction-filled connection / friendship with, we might be finding that this person is never taking that next step or making that next move to bring us forward toward a more so romantic connection. And I feel like part of it really has to stem from your person not feeling settled, stable, or secure within their own life. And I feel like at times for the more established connections, this person is still struggling with that. So like maybe we haven't moved in yet, or maybe we haven't gotten engaged yet, or maybe we haven't hit like that next fulfilling, milestone. Like we haven't hit that next milestone in our connection yet, or our relationship yet, if this is about an established relationship, because this person has not like this person feels like they themselves are not established. It's kind of like before they establish this relationship, before they bring it into its next phase or into its next stage of commitment, this person is like, basically they're not feeling settled, stable, or secure within their own life right now. It's making it very difficult for them to be able to move this connection forward. I feel like this person is someone who is perhaps a little bit insecure about where their standing is, perhaps. Like they don't feel like they are, maybe they don't feel like they have enough money, maybe they don't feel like they can provide to you, maybe they feel like their time at times is torn into different directions. Like it doesn't always have to be about work. It could be about family responsibility. It could be that maybe there's children involved in this situation. And at the end of the day, I feel like what part of this person's hesitancy is to move this connection forward, especially for the newer connections, is that this person just feels like they will not be able to commit their time, their effort, or their energy to the relationship or the connection in the way that they should be. I hope that makes sense. The Seven of Wands, when it comes to that guarded message, for some of us, again, like for these new connections or these connections where there seems to be inexplicable chemistry and attraction for one another, we could feel like this person is overly guarded and this person hasn't taken that next step yet. And then there might be times where we kind of feel like we're in this cycle or this sort of like ring around the rosy with this person where they're not exactly expressing themselves or telling us how it is that they feel. And that could be something that throughout time causes for us to feel even more frustrated, because it could be, person has their guard up, person lets their guard down, and then the person reverts back to having their guard up. And that could be something that's very frustrating. That could be something that for some of us is or begins to feel like this person is breadcrumbing us, whatever the case might be. And I feel like for more established connections, we're finding that yes, we've built a life with this person, but at times this person has seemingly split their energy up between different things. So for some of us, we might be feeling like we're not as prioritized right now as this person's career might be. And for some of us, that could be something that's totally okay. Part of us could be like, yeah, get your shit together, do what you need to do. But for others, it could be something that like this has never been an issue within your relationship before, and it feels very jarring. It feels like, why is this person suddenly not seeming to be as devoted or as there for me or as they perhaps once were? And I feel like a lot for like the established connections or the established relationships, we're seeing this person's energy get split between whatever it is that they're trying to do. And it's like even more so because now we're starting to feel like we're being neglected in some way, shape, or form. So I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. I feel like the gist of this pile is that your person does not feel settled, stable, or secure within their own life. I feel like this person is trying to achieve something for themselves in a goal, financial, or career-oriented way. They're trying to feel more settled, stable, secure in their own life. And that's why at times we see that this person's energy is split. We might see that we're not as prioritized as we either once were, or we're not being prioritized in the way that we deserve to be. And we might find that at times there's like a cycle that takes place within this connection where, all of a sudden this person is splitting their time or splitting their energy in a way that really allows for us to feel like we're not a priority to them. Whatever the case might be, I can boil it down to, yet again, let me stay on track. For me, I feel like it boils down to this person not feeling settled, stable, secure within their own life, and this being something that they're wanting to fix or rectify before they do whatever the next step would be in order for the relationship between the both of you to move forward. I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much, my pile 2s, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello, pile 3, my amethyst pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking and feeling about you. Okay, my pile 3s, let's see, what is your person currently thinking? What's been on their mind? We've got the Page of Wands jumping out first. We've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Artist. And let's get one last card out here. Ooh, and we've got Temperance jumping out. Overall, I feel like this is a very lovely little spread that we've got here. The Page of Wands to me is going to signify that this person is trying to get more involved in your life in one way or another. Like, this person's really trying to establish something here between the both of you. I look at the Page of Wands as a card of, being fun and flirty, having fun together, doing cool things together, experiencing and exploring. I look at it as a card of socializing. I look at it as a card of like setting dates or making plans or setting up a date is what I'm trying to say here. And then we move forward to the Artist, and the Artist is all about creating something. It's about idealism. It's about being hopeful about what's to come. And then we've got the Temperance card. And Temperance is about harmonious partnerships and balance and alignment. And what I love with that message at the end of this is it's signifying that between you and your person, whether this is new or this is established, both of you or your person really feels like you're both putting in the same amount of effort. Like both of you are making plans with one another, trying to see one another, trying to set up dates with one another. Both of you have a lot of similar goals or similar values. Both of you have a lot. There's a lot of things that you both envision for the future that are compatible with one another. When it comes to that Artist card, like both of you have been wanting to create the same type of life that the other one has. And now it seems like the both of you have met one another, and the two of you definitely do like to and know how to communicate with one another. But it's just kind of amazing how, I feel like you and your person are both looking at one another like, how did I meet someone so perfect for me? How did I meet someone that also wants to take this type of vacation, or also wants to settle down in this state, or also wants to, have this type of house, like, etc., and so on. It's like every time that the two of you find out something big or small about one another, you seem to have it in common. And I feel like that's something that's, never really happened for either one of you before. You might have similar hobbies, you might have similar tastes in music or TV shows or movies, but there's also really big things that the both of you have in common. Really big future relationship types of things that the two of you have in common. Like, again, like where it is that you both want to move to, how many kids it is that you want to have, how you want your wedding to be, how you want your house to be, like where you see yourself in 5 years is very similar to the other person's. Even if, of course, there's different career paths involved or something along those lines, you still have such a similar outlook for the future, and that's making it almost easy for the both of you to plan this life together when it comes to this Artist card. And I really feel like that's what's happening here between you and your person. You're starting a life together, you're building a life together, you're planning for the future together. I feel like the two of you have similar hopes and dreams and goals as the other person. Of course, some aspects of them could be slightly different, but the two of you have so much in common that it's making this relationship feel so easy. It's so easy to get to know this person. It's so easy to open up to this person. And at least that's what your person is thinking and what your person is feeling. I feel like when it comes to the balance of the Temperance card, there's healthy communication. The two of you, again, you put in the same amount of time, effort, and energy as the other person does, which makes this a very reciprocated, or like it makes it a connection that's full of I can't say the word reciprocity. Just overall, this seems like such a lovely sort of, I want to say, like easygoing relationship where the two of you seem to be having a lot of fun together. The two of you seem to be planning ahead and planning for the future together. The two of you have so much in common when it comes to, let's say, the small things and the big things, my pile threes. And the two of you really seem to have formed such a harmonious, lovely, loving, balanced, healthy, communicative relationship with one another. I really, really, really hope that this makes sense. This was another lovely little spread to be able to do. Thank you so, so much, my pile threes, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day.